first key to success is honesty. Meditation really invites us to self-reflect. So having willingness to look into our mind is honesty, and that will serve you so well in this practice and in life. Next, open-mindedness. I see this as willingness to trust the process, keeping an open mind, even if something feels new, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. We weren't born knowing how to meditate, so it's gonna feel new, and that is okay. I invite you to trust the process. And a lot of you touched on consistency. So with consistent patience, keep practicing. It will get easier and you will start to see and feel the results for yourself. So this human mind, meditation is about understanding our human mind and how was it created? This meditation holds the premise that the human body functions exactly like a camera. And what does a camera do? It takes pictures and records things. And we have a very sophisticated camera, and not just one lens, not just one way to take pictures, but 5. So through all of our 5 senses, we are constantly recording all that we see, all that we hear, all that we taste and say with the mouth, all that we smell, and all the sensations, internal and external, get taken in and stored as pictures into our brain. These pictures, you can imagine, we've accumulated quite the collection of pictures. And it's not just the images themselves that are stored in our mind, but it's all the correlating thoughts, the associated emotions and sensations, all contained within these pictures. So over the course of our lives, we've taken tens of thousands of pictures into our mind, which give rise to limiting beliefs, emotional baggage, and all kinds of mind clutter. So we all originally come from this one universe. We're all existing within this one universe, which I depict here as a circle. But we each have our own individual mind. And it started from day one when we came out into this physical body. So we had this body, and because it functions as a camera, we immediately took a picture that this body is who I am. So we had this body, and at birth, and an individual mind that is the exact shape and size of this form. Now, where did we get this body from? We got it from our parents, right? Our parents and ancestors. So we resemble our parents physically. We also resemble them in terms of minds, in terms of our mind, our emotions. We call these the habits. So these habits get passed down through the generations, and we were born with them, and they became sort of the root or the foundation of our mind. As we grew up, and as this body continued to function as a camera, we recorded all that we saw, all that we experienced, and created this whole movie film of our entire life story from birth until now. So our school life, our hometown, family life, relationships, work life, all stored and imprinted as pictures in our mind. And because we believe ourselves to be these pictures, we live bound to the story and bound to the script of this movie reel. And we live believing ourselves to be the various roles that are depicted within these pictures. That, in spiritual terms, is called the karma. So the founder of our meditation puts it quite simply that where we're living is not, in fact, in the real world, but inside of our mind's world. Inside of our mind's world, containing all of this karma, habits, and the image of the body. So to show it a different way, each one of these pictures gives rise to tens of thousands of thoughts. So we've probably all had the experience of realizing that we were just stuck in our own head. We were replaying something from earlier that day, earlier that week, or maybe we were even thinking of pictures of the future. We were imagining scenarios down the line that haven't even happened yet. So all of this mind that we're living in is exactly overlapping on top of the real world. And it's so obvious in this picture how the person is walking in the field. It's a very peaceful moment, but the mind is so busy because it's filled of all these pictures and all of the thoughts that those pictures contain. So this human mind becomes like the lens through which we see the world. We're seeing the world through our perception, which is formed by our life experience, the karma, the habits or the fundamental traits we inherited at birth, and just we're doing it from the perspective of this body, right? So judging the world, judging things based on whether it's good or not good for this body. So it begs the question, what if this is each of our subjective experience, let's say, and our subjective thoughts, our perception of reality, then it begs the question, what is actually real and what is actually true? I mentioned it before, and what I'm going to bring it back to is the original infinite universe. So before even the first star came out, there has always been the universe itself, an emptiness, if you will. That emptiness is here right now, and this emptiness will exist forever into the future. It's infinite, so it cannot be drawn, cannot be described really, but we depict it here as a circle. This is the non-material existence at the basis of the universe that is in fact alive. There's a living consciousness and energy and light at the basis of our reality. Because it is eternal, it is indestructible, it is unchanging. All of the material things may come and go. This emptiness will always exist. So this is really the original source of everything. And so this existence has been pointed to and described through all of the religions, ideologies, and philosophies. This existence has been called God, Buddha, Allah, and all of the wisdom traditions tell us that this existence is within us, and it is our true nature. So if you read the Bible, you'll see that God is within you, and heaven, which is God's land, is within you. If you read the Buddha Sutras, you'll read that Buddha is within you, and Nirvana, which is the land of Buddha, is within you. If you read the Quran, you'll read that Allah is within you, and that the land of Allah, paradise, is within you. All religions give this existence different names, but they all say that this truth is within you. So everything comes from there. The only reason that we're not living as one with that existence is because where we are is inside of our human mind, which is exactly overlapped on top of the real world. This human mind, again, comprised of our karma, which is the life lived and all the thoughts created there, the habits, the roots of the mind that we inherited, and the image of the self, the image of the body. Good news is when we discard this through meditation, you can find truth from within yourself. This is the true mind, the true consciousness, true wisdom, true light and compassion. So when we find that mind from within us, this is the mind that it has no pictures, no pain, no burden, no stress. This is your true mind. When we recover that from within, naturally, you'll find it easy to be productive. You'll have the clarity, the wisdom, and focus. You'll have peace inside, energy, and you'll be able to do everything that you want to do. You can achieve what you want to achieve because you'll have focus in your mind and patience to be consistent in your efforts. Sounds pretty good, right? So let's do it. This is the method of meditation is self-reflection and letting go. So we've accumulated all these things throughout our life. So it's no wonder our mind feels uncomfortable. No wonder even our body can feel the manifestation of the stress because we've been holding on to so much. Now, what you've discovered here is a method whereby we can actually throw these things away, these pictures, this accumulated burden from the past, and underneath it, you can find your true mind that is clear and at ease. You can find your complete self, your truly happy self underneath it all. So what are we throwing away here? We're throwing away pictures. And it's important to remember that the picture of a thing is not the actual thing. So even this image here on the screen of the phone, you know, it's a very lifelike depiction of the beach, but is this an actual beach on the phone, or is it just a picture? It's just a picture, right? So it's not the real beach, it's just an image of the beach. So if you can understand that premise, that the picture itself is not the actual, it is a copy or it is a representation of something that's real, you can understand that, you can definitely do this meditation very, very, very well.